Folks, it's fair to say one of the most devastating words anyone can hear, and it's not hyperbole, is cancer. You walk into a doc's office with your child and or yourself, and you get a diagnosis of cancer. How many of you heard that when you walked in? It's frightening. It's frightening. But I'm convinced, and I've been convinced, my neurosurgeon, when I had a couple cranial aneurysms they had to take care of, 9-hour operations, he said to me, trying to explain to me whether aneurysms are congenital or environmental. And I said, I don't care, just get it done. And he looked at me and said, you know what your problem is? I was a senator. And he said, you're a congenital optimist. And I am. I'm a congenital optimist about what America can do. In 2016, President Obama gave me the authority to start this Cancer Moonshot. To that end, I traveled the country and the world, going to every major cancer research center in the world, from Australia to Ireland, visiting the world's top cancer institutes. In fact, Joel and I came to New Orleans for a cancer roundtable with your nurses, social workers, and caregivers and researchers. And what amazed me when I visited a foreign country and spoke to heads of state about coming, they didn't just talk about it, John. After I said, what did you learn? They want to know about cancer. Everybody does. They asked me whether this moonshot would work. So one of the biggest things I found out is that there wasn't a lot of information sharing going on. As we traveled all through the world, I'd find that in one area they'd show me they had this research. I said, but have you shared it? No. They were not sharing the information, even though funding from the federal government when given required sharing, but it wasn't happening. Too many docs walked by that mirror and looked in and saw a Nobel Prize about to be won. I'm not kidding. It really angered me. Scientists weren't sharing the results with other scientists. That's one of the first things we tried to do, is break down the silos so the information was available to everybody. When we were out of office, I knew there was a lot to do, but so we stay engaged. So when I decided to run for president in 2020, I was determined to set up something called ARPA-H, Advanced Research Projects Agency for Health. The idea is, as the elected officials here know, it's not new. There's an outfit called DARPA, Defense Department's Advanced Research Projects Agency, that drove breakthroughs in everything from the internet to GPS and so much more, because that's all it focused on, I wanted something that did nothing but focus on cancer. ARPA-H does for biomedicine what DARPA does for technology, driving breakthroughs to prevent, detect, and treat diseases including cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes, and so much more.